If you have a relationship or an identity that's draining you or no longer serving you, then tune in to this reading with the aspects of devotion, transition, and choice. Getting Temperance card energy. Temperance is about transitioning from one place to another, one energy to another. Hello, high flyers. It's September 24th, and this is a reading for those who are ready to find this, ready to hear this. Those who are ready to let go of an identity, a relationship, a pattern that's no longer serving you. Excuse me, I'm just gonna adjust this a little. There we go. So, underlying energy today is Auburn, and ground yourself. Underlying energy is Auburn. The number 11. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have from the Ascended Masters, Angels, and Ancestors? And listen up to your spirit guides, because I have a message to relay to you with Enjoy Clear Hearing showing itself. Be spontaneous and have fun with Tangerine, the number 12. Tangerine, be spontaneous and have fun. Isn't that familiarity of Tangerine bring in the idea of fun and spontaneity? You kind of have to like peel it, and it's not kind of messy, but you have fun with it. Well, you also have coral coming in, so lots of sacral chakra energy right off the bat. Really being called, as of lately, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, to work on the lower chakras, kind of get back to the basics. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life with coral. Attract abundance with gold. You got the Midas touch. Woo! Taking that gold energy, snapshot this card if you need to, and really visualize, focus on it, draw it into your energy. If you think you can't visualize and you're someone who finds it easy to worry, well, guess what? You're visualizing every time you worry, because you're thinking about the future. And if you're, concerned about the past and living in kind of like dread, or you're also visualizing about the past. So strengthen your faith in yourself, your ability to attract abundance, your ability to connect to spirit, your faith in the process, as well as, enjoying that clear hearing, your faith that what you're hearing is right for you. Trust, have faith in your abilities, and trust what you're feeling. We have green, and revitalize your nervous system. So you're being invited to take in some green energy. You go out in nature, be spontaneous and have fun. That's the number 31 as well. Revitalize your nervous system. And that has to do with the heart chakra, so we can get grounded, open up these lower chakras to feel warm and fuzzy and secure and safe, and then to bring that energy into the heart. As we bring that energy to the heart, we can open up to that soul heart, that soul, or that the upper heart chakra, that is the soul's heart, with turquoise, and the number 34. Awaken your empathy. 34 makes 7, which is a divine lucky number. Everyone knows number 7 as a number of good luck. In the spiritual realm, it is the same. So we have orange, absolutely, orange of nurture yourself and nurture that sacral chakra. Do what feels good to you. You know, sometimes it's good to feel the fear and do it anyways, but do something daily, at the very least, that feels good to you with orange. The number 16. So I have the number 12 in brown. Establish boundaries. Yes, there is something draining your vital energy, this identity or this person. It's time to establish some healthy boundaries about what you're going to take and what you're not. And because you know what kind of soil it takes to grow. Perhaps we like basil, some Thai food, you know, wanting to be had. Thai food is delicious. You also have strength in your body. Strength in your body and bronze with the number 14. We have that sound of that truck pulling through, kind of recognizing this, you know, strength, the strong frame. You know, trucks are built with that strong frame to endure things. So it's time to strengthen that body and strengthen your frame and connect to your deepest inner knowing. Lots of cards from the color of language today. This is probably the most I've ever drawn in one reading. The number 5, connect to your deepest inner knowing with magenta. Such a pretty color. Probably one of my favorite colors. Magenta just reminds me of tropical and lots of sun. Fun in the sun. Be spontaneous and have fun with tangerine. Thank you, Abraham. Get from the Abraham Hicks deck here what we need to hear for the reader. And the underlying energy. It's funny because this is the card that was sitting on top that I had left from a previous reading. But how wonderful I am. It's probably one of my favorite cards. Viewer, you are stardust. We are all made of the stars. Look how her body, her getting to the flow, this idea, tuning into the synchronicities of, you know, stardom, of being a part of the stars. Make a wish, for you are wonderful. We are wanting to awaken within you your memory of how wonderful you are, how good you are, and how worthy of whatever you are wanting you are. You are so wonderful. You are made so correct. You are constructed and painted, created in Father, Mother, God, Source's energy. So wonderfully that whatever you decide to create, you are receiving. And remember, the vibrations of your being influence the universe. We have moon reflecting. So what is reflecting back to you by what you're experiencing? We have this gold energy about attracting abundance, attracting that from that place of personal power, from this knowing that you are a vibrational being and that the ripples you create, I love, you know, this card is just so perfect about our vibrations and ripples in a pond. Whatever ripples you create, you know, essentially come back to you. Everything goes and comes in smaller and bigger circles. It is my dominant intent, keyword intent, to look for what I want to see. So what are you intending to see? What have you intended to see about this role you play, this person, this place, in which you find yourself? And we have the orange on this card as well. It's about allowing your feelings to flow and tuning into your truth with all the blue energy on the card. I am everlasting. I am an eternal being. I am life everlasting, and I am eternal being. Yes, taking in this idea, this synchronistic connection to source energy, to on the unfurling and the blooming of your being. You are blooming into your knowing of your energetic body, your spirit. You know, we think we're physical and that we see this physical body, but we're so much more unseen than seen. You know, there's a lot that we don't see. There's even things that cats can see that we don't see on a different spectrum. And, you know, that just heralds back to the fact that even us are made of this space, this water, this stardust. 11:11 on the timer, about being in, you know, vibration, synchronizing with your vibration, with your desires. Nothing is more important than that you feel good, says I, but nothing is more important than that we feel good. So reach for that thought that feels better and watch what happens. Yes, reaching for that thought that feels better to watch what happens. Nourish yourself by reaching for your dreams as well. Taking that inspired action that's there to drive you, to thrive you. I'm seeing it's headed right this way too for a minute. Seeing a monarch butterfly. So you're becoming that butterfly. You're coming out of that cocoon. You have metamorphosized, and it's time to be in bloom. I am a physical extension of creative, non-physical energy. I am a physical extension of creative, non-physical energy. Now it's again about how wonderful you are, and the fact that you are creative wherever you think you're creative, like pencil to paper or not. You are a creative being, and you get to create from a place of both non-physical and bring it into the physical. To feel better is at the root of every desire. To feel better is at the root of every desire. This is about strengthening our faith. This idea that we all want to feel better, opening our arms to this solar energy, your personal power, and your knowing with purple lilac connecting to your crown chakra. The secret to creating anything desired. We're talking about getting in alignment with those desires. We also have magenta being echoed on this card with connect to your deepest inner knowing, is to get happy. You get to get happy and then create from that place. As you practice happy thoughts, you practice your connection with source and well-being. From your place of being happy, you have access to all that you desire. What is my big hurry? All is for joy. All is well. All is well. This is about tuning into what feels good, tuning into this idea that there is no hurry, there's no rush. Mr. Bunny Rabbit, time to stop and smell the flowers. And he holds this sunflower to his soul, his creationary area, the solar and sacral plexus. So tuning into the truth of this. What is your big hurry? Emphasis on big. What are you creating? How are you inflating this idea that you need to get it all done? Just nurture yourself along the way. Take the steps. Slow and steady wins the race, like the story of the tortoise and the hare. We're going to go to the Prism Oracle today to wrap up the cards, and of course we'll read from the book. Spirit, angel spirits, and guides. What do we have for the viewer today? Anything else that we have for the viewer today? Ascended masters, ancestors, and angels. So the underlying energy is rest. Take a rest from maybe being this idea, this person who gives away your power. Take a rest from this role. What's your big hurry? All is for joy. And revitalize your nervous system too with taking that rest, drawing some boundaries, allowing your body to be strengthened through ease and through joy. A movement, and move, go with the flow. We're building foundations too. We have 4 wands. So that's about celebrating life through movement. Movement of moving through the heart space as well with the green energy. Revitalize that nervous system. Be spontaneous, have fun, allow flow and synchronicity into your life. We also have faith coming out again with strength in your faith. Reiterating this idea that it's time to continue to strengthen your faith. That you do have the ability to have faith in yourself, to do what you need to do, to draw the boundaries, to nourish yourself, to attract abundance. And ideation is this idea we're talking about, is what is this idea you have of yourself, of your role that you play in this or yours or other people's lives. Throat chakra energy coming through, maybe not wanting to speak about it. Consciousness. This is about connecting to body, mind, and soul, to earth, to the body, to the upper realms. This is again about those ripples that we create. So awakening that empathy through connecting to the unconditional love of the universe. Blending both, black and white, being the whole of your being. Because this card is gray, and it's kind of about like being both a blend of the higher and the lower energies, if you will. Disruption. So about going with the disruption, allowing the disruption to steer you. This also has 6 of Wands energy, and that's about moving forward. Even it could apply to 6 of Swords energy and, momentum and transitioning because of the disruption. So what is the deepest inner knowing? What on the flip side would make you happy, would it make you happy to be rid of this disruption? And stop the people pleasing. Stop and figure out what your boundaries mean to you. Stop and tune into your vibrations as well, because your vibrations, your ripples in the pond, are creating the universe, co-creating. I'm talking about creating, we have creativity. Creativity, because you are an extension of creative physical energy. Like this, extending from this idea, that you are this creative being. You are this extension of this light bulb, this light from source energy. When Source decided to expand, he had this creative idea to create more than just their beingness, their realm of things. And so that light came on and burst out creative energy into the universe. Creative energy. energy comes out. So we're talking about non-physical energy. You are more energy than you are physical matter. Every atom, like the atom on this card, every atom, every piece of you vibrates like energy, vibrates like light, because you are a vibrational being. And so to look for your dominant intent to what you want to see, tune in to the sweetness of life. Enjoy a lollipop, enjoy something sweet, something that reminds you of your inner child, what sounds sweet to you, and know that you are life everlasting. Take in the smell of flowers, sweetness of abundance, and taste, do something that makes you happy, because the secret to creating anything desired is to get happy. And what is my big hurry? Other than to find your confidence along the way. This is truly one of the goals, is to tune in to confidence. Boundaries also help us to be confident. If you can be forward enough to have boundaries, it helps to build the confidence. Start by creating a small boundary, and you can build the confidence to create better ones. Reach for that which you desire. And know it all is well. Rest in this idea that you create your reality. You are a physical extension of source energy. And let's see what the book has to say for September the 24th. Self-empowering day of emotional shedding. Ooh, like a cat sheds, or a snake sheds its skin. Without shedding its skin, a snake would actually suffocate, because it outgrows its old skin. Lead from the heart today with devotion means showing love through action rather than words. So let the people and projects you cherish most know where you stand. By lending a generous hand or a gesture of support, you can make the world a sweeter place. Sweetness coming up. Beautiful. But give yourself some emotional space. If there is something you are ready to transition with the Six of Swords, that transition and boundaries, creating that space to grow, to expand. There may be a psychological pattern that has come to your attention that you are ready to let go of. So spend the day calling upon your support system as you make your way through this temporary discomfort. Support system, your family, friends, and if not them, your spirit team. Sometimes the only way out is the long way through. But with the help of others, this healing process won't seem so daunting after all. So having faith, whatever it is, this idea, ideation, this psychological pattern that we need to let go of, and also to find where you fit in the whole. And remember, you can make a choice with the lovers to prioritize your love you need most. Consider your inherent value today as you set healthy boundaries. Let's pull up the boundaries card here. If I can get it off the table. With healthy boundaries, brown like the dirt. The earth itself is a boundary between, the dirt is a boundary between like underground water, magma, the heat of the inner earth. If there is a dysfunctional or draining relationship or identity that you give your power to, believing that it defines your worth, make the bold and brave decision, 24/24 on the timer, to choose yourself by walking away. Today is the 24th. Beautiful. Walking away can be a decision that honors my value, is today's mantra. Today's journal prompt: what mental pattern, relationship, identity am I ready to release today? What are you ready to release today? Who, what, when, where, how? today's mantra, or today's ritual, if you are grappling with fear, call upon the voice of healthy and loving ancestor or spiritual guide. I would recommend, she is a starseed quantum healer named Alice Roorda, Roorda, and myself just did a clearing with her, a YouTube clearing that is about clearing that fear of moving forward or moving out of an unhealthy way of being. You don't have to know them by name. Just consider what words of affirmation they might say to you, and when you open your eyes, write them down and carry them with you throughout the day. Born on this day, Zainab Salbi, Iraqi-American women's rights activist, writer, and public speaker. Zainab Salbi. Also have South African English activist and for civil and women's rights in South Africa, Elizabeth Maria Molteno. And Frances Harper, American abolitionist, suffragist, poet, teacher, and public speaker and writer. She said, "Society cannot trample on the weakest and feeblest of its members without receiving the curse in its own soul." Wow, is that ever relevant to people, stepping on our boundaries or trampling on, what it is you're trying to grow, your plant within the boundaries that you're creating. People can try to trample on you, but in retrospect, they're hurting themselves, because, when people walk all over our boundaries, either we end up defining them better or letting them go. Remember, today is about being spontaneous and having fun, creating movement and faith around these ideas. Remember to ground yourself, to connect to some dirt, to that natural, confirmation burp, to that natural boundary, and have empathy for the disruptions. Connect to consciousness to help revitalize that nervous system and let go of fear. Take time to stop and look at what's serving you, what isn't. And remember that you are an extension of creative, non-physical energy. You are more energy than you are this physical matter. But also to look for some sweetness, the silver lining, because the secret to creating anything desired is to get happy. As you get happy and see that from that place of happiness, that your manifestations are coming into fruition, we find confidence in the unfolding of things. But also remember how wonderful you are, and that there's no hurry. So take some time to rest. And know that you can stop to smell the flowers. Slow and steady wins the race. So before you fly on out of here, hope this found you well and on a wonderful altitude. I love you. Goodbye.